Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Goblets and Gays. This is Season 4, Episode 29. I'm Aubrey, your GM. I'll toss it to our players to introduce themselves, who they are, who they're playing, and then we'll get on into things.
Hello, I'm Aki. My pronouns are she, her, and I play Estrella Bashar Chloris, your quadruple princess bard dragon summoner, child of the Night Queen, grandchild of the Mad King, and all round magical baddie who also uses she, her pronouns.
Hello, I am Dusty. I use they, he pronouns, and I am playing Joanna of Mexico, bringer of justice, maker of soups, and they use she, her pronouns.
Hello, my name is Ferris. I use she, her pronouns, and I play Dumisa Solfig, a 7-foot semi-possessed barbarian and champion of the night who is very much in love and also uses she, her pronouns.
Hello, I'm Sparlock. I use he, him pronouns. Today I am playing Groon, the walking goblin catastrophe, oracle of flames, healer of wounds, and burner of buildings, though she swears it wasn't her. And Groon uses she, her pronouns.
Hello. My name is Alyssa, and my pronouns are they, them. I am playing Timson Trevino, the god-devouring changeling wizard who is focused on rescuing their late fiance from purgatory, but also growingly concerned with her influence on this group of younger adventurers. Timson uses she, they pronouns.
Hello, I am Tick. I use he, she, they pronouns, and today I am playing Mero, a monk maiden raised in the underworld, now overcoming parental issues, meeting the Fae, and learning about nature, and being a thought.
And now it is the time of where I ask, what happened last time?
Pitch, it's been like 3 weeks. I don't know, but I'll do the best I can. So, last time on Goblin, because it was like 2 sessions back to back, so technically the proposal didn't happen last time. It happened last time. So, last time, what happened last time? Congrats, you guys are getting a recap for the last 2 episodes because I can't differentiate them because you record them in a bunch. So, last time on Goblets and Gays, we had a very, very homosexual and wholesome proposal from Demisa to Estrella, finally cementing the ship that I've been cheering for the past 4 seasons. And also, I think Estrella and Demisa have also been cheering for the past 4 seasons. And Aki and Fit, and like all of us, we've been like, please, just make them kiss, just mwah. And for that, those guys went around being like, yeah, we're getting married. Demisa got a lot of conversations with a lot of people. A brief one with Tethweir, a long one with Thanaton, who basically lore dropped his whole thing and his whole lore, which you have to listen to because I'm not going to spoil it. Amadis is okay. She remembered how to use a knife and she did not get injured in the fight. She's feeling pretty okay now. Tamsin is still a book nerd. Rosalite is learning what it's like to have 2 moms, which good for her, actually. And, there's probably something else. Oh, yeah, we got, Gerd and Meryl got to go have the Zoomies and talk about existentialism and gods. But I'm pretty sure there's other stuff. I know Estrella and Demisa fucked, but quite frankly, that's, like, obvious. And yeah, I think that's most of it. It was generally just winding down from the god fight as Aubrey prepares to put us into the meat grinder again.
Exactly.
Oh, no.
Still got several more gods to kill. And every time you kill
3.
one, they move their plans up. They're not going to give you time to rest and recover.
How dare they?
Whoever sent something to the headcanons and deleted it, I can see the notification, so you may as well dox yourself now.
I think that was when Sparlock accidentally posted something in headcanon saying that they're trying to fix their computer.
Oh, okay, never mind. But yeah, that is everything that happened.
Mm-hmm. And I believe we ended last session with you all getting a message from Heron.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
Right, he's like, hey, buddy, shit's happening.
Yeah, armies on the move, come to Vlagos soon.
Yes.
He wrote a little poem. It's not really a poem, but it kind of rhymes.
Yeah, it does. Accidental poet.
I'm glad he's getting into poetry. He needs a hobby.
Yeah, you have that message. What you gonna do about it?
He sent that to Estrella.
Yes.
Oh, and I remember I sent like like that we would talk soon and stuff like that, and then I told him we were getting married.
Yes. And then it's just silence.
Yep. Anywho, I think what I'll do is go and gather the party to relay the message, and then probably have to go gather the the war table in the war room.
Yes.
With the war cancel. So much war for people trying to end it, don't you think?
They're doing their best.
I can't wait till we have like all the war is done, all of it, and then we have to rename this place.
It's the room.
It's the room.
The moderately spherical room.
No, it's the D&D room. It's the gaming room.
Game room.
Game room. No, wait, hold on. Better option: hobby room, where people do their hobbies in a large room together.
Yes.
Like war.
No, war should not be a hobby.
I don't know. Ask Aaron.
Who's that?
It wasn't. It was his dad's hobby.
It was his dad's hobby. It
Now
was also
his
Denise's hobby for a while.
Yeah, but
It
now
was.
Demisa has so many hobbies, and
His real
Heron's hobby
hobbies.
is like fucking. I'm sorry,
Aaron's hobby being a thought.
exactly. Bimbo culture. You know?
Exactly.
I wasn't
And-
sure
and-
whether
and-
that was a verb, or, well, I guess a gerund or an adverb. I know my parts of speech. What?
I don't know.
Like, is his hobby fucking, or is his hobby like fucking something? Well, I assume if he's fucking, he's also fucking
People.
something, but you know what I mean.
Typically.
Yeah, we're off to a great start, y'all.
Great start, y'all. Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, I gather. Then I go gather some more.
Are we in Cressa?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. It's been so long, and we did so much hopping around really fast. I fully forgot where we were.
In game, it's been like, yes, it's like 2 days.
It's
2
been
days
very
since our
short amount
last
of time.
dog fight. Yeah. And now we have Cershyu to worry about. So, you know what? I would like to pull my fiancé to the side to have a slightly not gay conversation.
Go
Of
for it.
course.
Like while we're waiting for people to like gather, like pull you to like a corner. And you think, oh, make out again, and I go, no, sadly no. And then I'll just like go. So there's like no great way to bring this up without it being incredibly awkward. But
You don't like the ring?
no, I love the ring. Oh no. Nothing to do with us maritally. Okay? But I'm pretty sure the next god we have to fight is
Oh, yeah.
your mom. And I know that like this is one, it's not like a read on you or anything. You are more than capable of committing little murders. Literally. It's on your resume.
Big ones, too.
Yeah. Like titled and everything, you know?
Whole job was just murdering people.
Exactly. You read other people's resumes for murder.
I did.
So, but murdering your mom is a lot, and so
It won't be a problem.
yeah,
She's
but
not my mother.
But that's a whole other thing we should unpack later. But if you can't do it, just ask me. I'm okay with it.
I think Dumisa will kiss her on the forehead and say, I really appreciate you looking out for me, but I'm going to be fine.
Okay. But in case you aren't.
I know. I can always count on you.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, though, I'm kind of looking forward to this one.
Whoa. You're really gonna battle through these mommy issues.
Well, let's just say, whether or not she's dead at the end of it, she's definitely going to be defeated.
She's already dead to me.
She is dead to me. I give you a strong, firm nod. And when we're ready to join, I guess the table will go together, homosexually.
So gay.
Mm-hmm. Happy Pride.
Happy Pride, everyone! The lesbians are engaged.
So yeah, you all you go into the war room. The royal family is doing the war thing as they're sort of got the world map laid out, and they've been marking sort of the route they believe that the army is going to take. Doing the thing where you have like little pieces and you move them around.
We're playing Risk? Wow.
Yeah, pretty much.
Is now really the time for that? I'm kidding.
This is the most dangerous form of Risk.
Real life Risk.
So Kyria sort of looks up at you as you come and say, well, we believe that this is the path that they are most likely to take, heading towards Lagos, and sort of laying it out on the map. We believe, at least at the moment, what we have is maybe a week at most before they're there.
How go the efforts to slow them down and generally be a nuisance?
They're going. Yet again, it's hard. We're doing our best.
Has anyone been able to get past the whatever they're hiding behind to get any idea of numbers? Or even what kind of force they are? Are they cavalry? Are they all foot soldiers? What do we got? Do they have tanks? Does Azam have tanks?
Are they ghosts?
Are tanks a thing in Cyrene? Did I just make up a instrument of war?
You did just make up an instrument of war.
So it'd be really cool? A tank. Like a
What
cart
the fuck is a tank?
with armored horses in the front. And the tank and the cart is armored and covered, and you just shoot ballista out of the back. That would be awesome. If I were a goddess of war.
Have I told you about this?
No, this is a real
What?
thing.
No.
Joanna, we must conspire. I'm kidding.
Absolutely not.
No, we must not. We have like a whole nerd country over there.
No, you're right.
I'm going to gesture for Dumisa to lean in. I'm gonna whisper into her ear, if you do that, you're not gonna be able to watch your girlfriend or your fiance be really cool and really hot in battle. So just consider that you'll be losing out on that if you invent these horses with armor.
I mean, listen. Raining destruction of the dragon is already way more intense than shooting ballista out of an armored horse.
So we don't need the armored horse. We don't need the armored horse.
We do need the armored horse. If we're riding horses in the battle, they need armor. Just generally. That's just general rules. I'm just saying.
I don't think we need horses for battle right now. Can you even fight on a horse?
What battles have you been involved in? Yeah.
Yeah, I can run as fast as a horse. I don't need the horse.
You don't need the horse, but other people do. Listen, cavalry cannot be underestimated. You have cavalry, you have archers, you are up for success. I'm just saying, foot soldiers alone are not going to do it. They're slow. They move terribly. They're easy to trample with horses.
Horse girls aside, should we try to... I'm sorry, I got really distracted by all the horse talk. What are we supposed... What do you want us to do?
I was asking for intelligence. Do we have any idea of what we're up against?
And Kyrio says, well, from what we can tell, yes, there are what appears to be a lot of infantry, mostly looks to be drawn from places where people have defected, but do you know that whole story about your mother? The whole she picks only the bravest fighters to continue serving her after they're dead.
Oh, that's real?
Yeah.
Joanne's cool with that?
Wait, is that real? Do I know anything about that?
Yeah, you know that's real.
No, that's real. I've been saying ghosts.
Yeah, there does seem to be a sizable contingent of, as your friend said, ghosts.
And only the buffest ghosts, too. These ghosts have an 8-pack. They're shredded.
They don't even need muscles, but they're gone. That's already.
Listen, so she doesn't care. You have to be strong and have an 8-pack to get the army. She has the pick of the pick, okay?
Not only must you be a good warrior, you have to be hot.
I don't know about that. Do I know about that, Aubrey? Do they have to be hot to join the army, or do they just have to be strong?
Roll me a religion check.
Hold on, I forgot to open Foundry. One sec.
Aubrey really said get down on your knees and pray.
I swear to God.
Are you a warrior smoking hot?
Let's get down to business.
If that warrior's ass is thick as a tree trunk, then you can join the army.
Didn't you hear them coming by the... Anyway.
With a clap of their ghostly ass cheeks?
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm trying to stealth in Cershyu's army, but I'm dummy thick and the clap of my spectral ass cheeks keeps alerting the party.
That's how we know they're coming.
That's the real reason we cited them in the first place. We heard them long time coming.
We heard them cheeks clapping. Okay,
you know how King Arthur and Monty Python runs around with coconuts?
Yeah.
Same concept, but butts.
Oh my God.
Ghost butts.
Okay, my religion's like all right.
Are you starting a religion?
No, I rolled a religion check, but in true Tick fashion, we immediately come back and I get a nat 1. So let's just take a bullet right
You
now.
have no clue.
Aubrey, can I just propose that I think they have to be hot? Because of course,
Sure.
they all have to be smoking hot. They have their ass cheeks clapping. Trust me on the source, trust me, bro.
I feel like the god of like war and fighting and stuff would choose a more subtle tactic.
But hear me out,
Or
Joanna.
was that a Lagosian thing?
I mean, she's also been the uncontested god of war for like at least 2 years. So I mean,
Yeah.
What does she know about war anymore? Anyway,
being sexy is a tactic.
You know what? You're not wrong.
You can distract your enemies so easily.
You're not wrong. It is a tactic.
True, actually, ancient Crussian history, we used to have like people go in fucking butt naked to like downplay the size of the opponents. But also, you know, that got pretty bad very quickly.
There was also, I think there was like a Crussian commander a long time ago who like had to be surrounded by like only beautiful men who were over 6 feet tall.
Mm-hmm. There was also that one dude who had beef with the ocean and he just stabbed.
Yeah.
He also knighted his horse. Whether or not the horse could speak, we don't know yet.
And the guy who tried to invade Osheim in winter.
Oh.
Honestly, knighting a horse seems like something Dumisa would do. Anyways, we're getting very off topic.
Shut up, you don't know me.
I've known you for years. I know you.
You've known me for 8 years. 1 year.
Years plural because I'm rounding up with the months.
It's been 1 year and 1 month and you're rounding up.
I'm rounding up, yeah, I am.
Editorial note, I don't know how long it's been, man. I don't know.
It's been like a year. It's been
like a year.
It's been like a year.
It's a year and a day. I'm rounding it up to 2 years, which is plural.
So, you know, as this is going on, Kyrie also points out to Flagos and just says, we were thinking we will discuss this with Heron when we get there, but possibly our best bet is to shore up the defenses in Vlagos and essentially try to break the siege, and while that is going on, get to Cershyu and defeat her. Because without her, the whole thing will crumble.
I would know this because I'm looking at a map, but because I'm not actually looking at a map, are they marching on the city of Lagos?
Yes.
Okay. Excellent.
Yeah,
Excellent.
they would be like here-ish.
Wait, hang on. Do it again. Oh, okay, cool. Yes. Okay, cool. That changes the tactics completely.
Yeah. Also, Dumisa, roll me a religion check.
Ooh. Let me find my character sheet. And also, hold on, I have dice. Wow, my religion's so good. 34. Yeah, 34.
34?
Yeah.
You do know also a big part of her religion and a big thing she stands by is challenges of single combat.
Interesting.
Yep.
I will look at Kyria and say, you need Cershyu distracted?
I mean, yes, that would be good, but, I don't think she is going to surrender. So, we just need her off the board.
That could be handled, or at least partially handled.
What do you mean by that?
Well, Cershyu, very big in Lagos, super ironic to me later, but at the time, we were really big into her. And one of the things that we do in Lagos a lot, this is actually how I survived leaving it in the first place, trial one-on-one combat, and the winner gets to, leave. Or live, rather. I fought my dad that way, not my real dad, and took his arm off. And then I left Lagos. I could fight my mother that way. Even if I don't defeat her, I can at least hold her attention. And if things go badly, I know you all have my back.
I could do that. If you just need to distract them, I will gladly distract them if you want to round up the troops, because as someone from Vlagos, you could help them. I'm not sure, but you don't need to do that, Dumisa.
It's okay. I don't have... Honestly, I think I'm a little bit due for a rematch.
Joanna's gonna give Estrella like a concerned look.
And like at this, like quietly but quickly, I just go, yeah, okay. Back in Ikra said her mom beat her ass, but we didn't know it was her mom. It was really rude.
It was a little humiliating, I'm not gonna lie, but that was a long
No,
time
it's
ago.
not. That's literally a god 1v1ing a regular fucking person.
I didn't know she was a god then. I just knew she was my mother, and I went, wow.
You
don't
didn't
even say hi?
even know that was your mom. That's the best
I did
part.
afterwards, after she knocked my head in the freaking sand, and then I was like, wow, you don't say hi, you just kick my butt and leave? Anyway.
Exactly. No, that's what I'm saying. You didn't know who she was. She clearly knew who she was, and she knew you. If anything, all she did was continue to be a very bad mom. I'm not going to curse.
No, she sucks. She's a bad mom.
Yes.
She's had 3 chances. She screwed every one of them up.
I don't know. She's had at least 57, in my opinion.
Excuse me?
Every time you prayed to her and asks for stuff, you've won over this. She's had at least 146 now that I tally them up.
I meant the children, specifically. She had 3 children that she had the chance to be a good mom to, and she sucked at all of those. But
3
yeah,
that you
you're
know
right.
of?
I'm actually so
I'll ask her
down
about that
for-
later.
I'm actually so down to see siblings go fuck up, go fuck her up, like you and Tetware and Teshka, because I know Teshka's in there. To go fuck her up. I'm kind of down for it.
I mean, maybe she would be cocky enough to allow that. Traditionally, it's always been one-on-one, but I mean, she must be feeling so arrogant right now. With her armies behind her. And she knows I'm nothing to her. I never have been. She kicked my butt after years of Lagosian training. Like, she must be feeling so smug, so overconfident. You know what they say about hubris?
And Estrella, you could do something very, very important for this fight as well.
Support my future wife and in-law?
No, sick background music.
Okay, that's what I was going to do that anyways.
Yeah.
I was just so confused. I thought that was a given, and then you were like, you can do something else, and I was like, what? Actually, there is one more thing I could do. In terms of the ghost army, do we know if that is magically inclined at all?
Is that a question for me?
I would have
That's a question for
one.
that is a question both in and out of character. And if I need to expand on that question, it's specifically like, is it a spell, for example, or is it like something magical that's anchored onto something that allows this ghost army to show up?
It will give me a religion check.
Ooh, 30. Oh wait. Sorry, I need to double check something. Okay, yeah, like 35.
You remember a story about...
I'm sorry, 34.
34? That's still the same thing. Doesn't change a thing. You remember a story about a gift that was given to her by Duan. A necklace. And in the necklace keeps all of the trapped souls.
Okay, so I was gonna originally do this on Solacra, but then Joanna disintegrated her.
Uh-huh.
Can't believe I watched Junabone disappear before my eyes.
You know, it was surprising for everyone involved.
Mm-hmm. Anyways. But I do have a spell that just zaps magic. Like in general. It will make me unable to use magic for a little bit. But I mean, as long as I'm within the radius, it's going to make all magic useless. So that means the necklace.
We could try to negotiate a cease march of her armies until after the challenge is complete. And then, depending on how that goes, or I guess regardless of how that goes, then you can drop your spell. Or if she's not inclined to go through with that little amendment, then just drop it right away. But it's possible we could stop the army from advancing at all and stall for time, or stall for victory. Who knows?
Yeah, in theory, it's like I think it can only last for a minute right now. But yeah, you know. Oh, 10 feet. I have to be within 10 feet.
That's kind of close, babe.
Yeah, but if she can't see me,
But how can you be invisible if you can't cast magic?
I mean, the spell will fucking drop
Yeah.
afterwards, but
I. What if. So, like. Hold on. This is the dumbest idea I've had in my life. I don't know if we could goad Cershyu somewhere, but we just. If it is a magic necklace, we just have to have Estrella within 10 feet of Cershyu for like a bit and it will deactivate and will everything like scatter. Like, how does this work?
I mean, even if that's true, I'm pretty sure she is not a mage. It's not going to impact Cershyu, it's just going to impact her army. And it's only going to be for a minute. Correct me if I'm wrong, Kyria / Aubrey.
Yeah, it would just impact her army.
okay, but like counter, we have like the world's fastest monk. So what if we just steal the necklace off of her? It's a necklace. It's, you know, this shit is rippable.
I mean, I could target it. If I could disconnect it from her while we're fighting, then Marrow could run in and grab it and be out of there before she even noticed.
Oh yeah.
Exactly. And then we just yeet.
So should we try to go to them together? Go to Cershyu and try to get rid of the army before everyone else gets to it?
Well, I think it would depend on whether or not she's willing to halt the army until the trial plays out. If she's not, then yeah, that should be our plan. If she is, then it shouldn't matter because either I win or we all win together, because honestly, we have a really good track record right now and I'm feeling a little confident. Not too much, just the right amount, based off of prior experience.
Counter question. Do you have to be a follower to be picked? Because what if you die?
That's what I was suggesting for me.
I have magic for that.
You do, but is it faster than, like, what the necklace can do or what Cershyu can do?
Well, I think regardless.
I mean,
However,
how
the fight
fast
wins
is
out.
time travel?
I think to be fair, if anyone here dies, I think Dewan would prefer just curb stomping ourselves into oblivion compared to having us on his side.
Your Dewan is a petulant child. No, he's going to love the pettiness, I think, actually. There's nothing better than killing your child with your child's friends. If I were that evil, I'd do it.
I'll just think for a moment. It's just like, maybe.
Mm-hmm. And there's only like three of them left.
It's not like they're tag teaming. If the
Statements.
married couple did not team up, I don't see anyone else doing it. They don't exactly play well together.
Maybe Dimple and Cershyu have a secret homosexual relationship.
You know what? Respect. If they do, I fully respect them. If they're like, you know what? We're dying one by one. What if we teamed up? I would have so much respect for their tactics. It's fine. I wouldn't even be mad about it. But like,
they were god mates.
The Seals and Sulcra, they were married. Apparently, I rediscovered this the other day. They're married. They didn't help each other out. They just went, man, you're on your own, buddy.
Yeah, but were they happily married?
I can't imagine any of the false gods except Rin having a healthy and happy relationship of any kind. Familial, platonic, romantic. Nah. No.
Rin in the background like, hey.
Except for Rin. Except for Rin.
He is in the background. Just like
Rin is only a false god through a technicality at this point.
I say this respectfully. Rin needs a happy relationship with therapy at this point.
Yes.
This poor fucking dude. Oh my god.
He deserves to heal from his trauma and then have all sorts of relationships of his choosing, whatever they may
Rin
be.
slut era
Of
too.
his
on the
choosing.
Google.
I mean, he can if he whatever makes him happy, man.
Era from the goddess. You goddess some love.
When he's like free, he gets like free of like, I don't know, godly responsibilities and doesn't have to deal with that anymore. And he's like, you know what, I'm free to do whatever I want. And then he just a happy life. Or maybe he gets to be a true god. I don't know, man.
Getting engaged has changed the energy around here a lot, hasn't it?
Yeah,
Apparently, yeah.
that's definitely the cause of it.
Okay, Rin getting laid aside. Our current plan that we have is Dumisa will challenge Cershyu in a one-on-one fight, which will presumably be accepted because Cershyu isn't a little bitch, I hope.
Yeah.
We come in, we fight. Dumisa will do everything she can to grab this necklace. I will take it after that, and I will run. Run as fast as my little monk legs can carry me. After that, she will probably call upon her army to whatever extent that she can, and we're just going to have to fight her to the death. Maybe.
She could surrender. I doubt it, but she could.
Yeah. Also, Dumisa, you might want to, like, if you do plan to fight your mom, you might want to ask, do you still, how'd the god situation change? God, there's Karia, who's also a god. Yeah.
I'm not sure what you're saying here.
Do you have to ask Karia permission to kill your mom still because it's murder technically?
Oh, no. I mean, I will glance at Kyria though. Like, I'm pretty sure we're like on a different level now. We have a new type of relationship that's mostly like mother-in-law, daughter-in-law. But
I mean, I give
will
you
ask
permission.
Thank you. I think at this point, I just have to ask permission from myself.
Kind of, yeah. Believe in yourself.
Yeah.
You
I
are
mean,
your
listen.
own god.
Oh, thanks.
I'm sorry,
feel-
but
Oh, yeah?
I'm so sorry, but please picture Kyria being all cute and shit, and then just putting one hand out like that and going, "Kill your mom." But like with her cute little
Kill your
smile
mom,
on her face,
winks.
like just kill
It's
your
like-
mom.
It's like the meme that's like, believe in yourself, depend on your friends, murder is okay, but it's just Kyria in all 4 little spots.
Exactly.
Yeah, and as long as none of you have an issue with it, I will still offer her a chance to surrender her power willingly. I doubt she'll take it, but I feel like
I
I
do
can
not
be a
blame-
better person than her.
I do not blame you for offering that. I will be ready to punch in your defense when she says no, though, because I don't think she will say yes. But I respect the offering.
It's less out of sentiment and more out of look, we don't have to all be bloodthirsty monsters. Some of us can be good parents.
I'm not like other girls. I don't commit mass genocide.
Well, not yet. We did
No,
put a stop in that
she's
one. We
done
did put a
that
stop in that
already.
one.
No, she's done that already.
Yeah,
She is like other girls.
I no longer. I've gone through a redemption arc and no longer commit mass genocide. There, I fixed it. Are you happy?
Oh no, my bucket list. No, I'm kidding. I'm totally
No!
kidding. I'm really kidding. Okay, moving on with life.
The thing is, are we going to do any attempt at sneaking around this army? Or are we going to just go in brazen and ask for a 1v1? Because if what you guys are saying is true, honestly, just asking for a 1v1 will work.
I mean, I am inclined to let that attempt work, if that makes sense. I don't know if there's any benefit to sneaking around an army because we have our own army, you know what I mean? And I don't know what is it, like 6 of us? I've lost track. Tamsin's so quiet I can't count. Anyway, I don't know what, like 6 of us ish, 7, whatever, is going to do against an army. I mean, that's not to say we would not make a mark, because we would. But I think if it comes down to an army clash, it's going to be a clash of armies, not a clash of 6, 7. I don't feel like counting us right now. Our group versus a whole army of people, even if we do remove the ghosts. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. I didn't sleep a lot last night. Did that make sense?
Oh no, don't worry. I know you didn't sleep well last night. I fucking heard you.
Please, my family is in the room.
I don't know what you're talking about, Mara. We were up talking for a long time.
Yeah, you guys were just, bird watching very loudly for those
My
night
child
birds.
is also in the room.
There are owls.
Yeah, there are owls. There are
a lot
owls.
of
Yeah,
nightly birds. This is a
that's
real
what
thing.
I said. That's what I said. I know. That's
So,
Back to war.
moving on.
Returning to war.
Back to war.
War. I mean, there's nothing saying we can't attempt to sneak around the army. It's just a whole fucking army, so it's going to be a lot harder to do so.
Aubrey? Oh, sorry. No, keep going. You're not done talking.
Is it just a ghost army, or does Cershyu also have a physical army of people who are not dead? Because if so, we technically do have a whole god of revolution right there. And I point at Joanna.
You do, and she does have
That's
people physically there too.
Inspire them to revolt.
In theory, we don't have to kill anyone if we can just zip the necklace, and Joanna can do, I don't know, the Tia of God stuff. We could just get the 1v1 thing going. But let's say Cershyu goes, I give up. I surrender. What are we gonna do with that?
Well, Thanaton did say you can willingly give up your power. So, I mean, as long as she does that, then we handle whatever's left of her. Probably prison over community service, but I'm really open to anything.
I feel like she'll just turn to dust when she loses that power. She is very old.
Honestly, yeah, it would serve her right.
Oh, that's scary to think about. Thanks. I'm going to think about that for a while.
What do you mean?
It's not like I don't have a whole fucking grandpa.
Oh,
Powered by the same thing.
And
maybe it's
Rin is like, she would not instantly turn to dust, but yeah, it's complicated.
Rin is cool, therefore he won't turn to dust when he dies.
Yeah.
End of discussion.
He repented of his ways and became a cool guy, and also tried to stop the other one. So I feel like he gets a little leeway, right?
And he's also has like a fraction of the power that the rest of them do.
Yeah, exactly. GM, do we know, I don't know, does anyone know? Cershyu typically, does she A, lead her armies directly, or does she like delegate that out to like her generals? And B, is she the kind that leads from the front or leads from the back, you know?
Because of a roll earlier, I'll give it to you. Yes, she does have generals underneath her. But she makes all the big decisions, but there's like, because her army is said to be massive, instead again, one person can't control everything. It's delegation.
So is she more of a hangs out in the tent at the back?
No, she leads from the front.
Okay, that tracks, honestly.
But the
Small
this
respect.
the person who controls like, it's like, oh, the archers. Okay, you're in charge of the archers. This is what the archers need to do. I expect you to execute that.
No, that tracks. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. that might be a backup plan if we have to deal with the army directly, is to target her generals. So identifying the generals might be a good course of action for us. Armies tend to disintegrate a little bit when they don't have someone giving them orders.
I could also give them like super depression.
Oh wow, babe, that's really cool.
One more time.
Oh, super depression. It's like a sped up version of regular depression, except I can make it either way at your will a lot faster.
I don't think that's considered depression anymore.
No, it is. It's literally it's going to be the most depressing song you've ever realized. And then whatever little bit of depression you have gets amplified. And then and then depression.
That's
Okay.
so incredible.
No, it's not. I took it from Dad Number 4's Dragon Book.
I mean, I didn't say it was like, I think it's just incredible that you're that powerful.
Impressive yet haunting.
Yeah. Impressive but haunting.
That's become my new aesthetic, apparently.
I mean, it's hot, so, you know, I respect you.
Thank you. But yeah, lots of things we can actually do. Though I feel like taking, we should be very open to taking prisoners, please.
Agreed.
I feel like it's similar to the Solacra attempt where she has magically convinced, I think, her kids to assassinate us.
It could also be similar to the time that Dad Number 4, Theron, possessed a bunch of Lagosians. Not personally, with ghosts, the way that I am possessed.
Which, if it is that, I know how to fix.
That's true, you do. En masse or just one at a time?
I don't think en masse. One at a time, and even then, but like the idea is that if we like captured them alive, I could do it.
All right, that's good to know.
And I feel so bad putting numbers on dads because technically this one's dad number 1, but by default you're number 3. But Talon can help me.
It's fine. I'll earn my way to number 1 at some point.
Joanna goes to pat him on the shoulder. It's okay. We've all been there.
Is there anything else that we know that we can use to make tactics, make plans? Do we happen to know any of the generals already and like
no, you
where they
know
are?
them.
No, we haven't gotten eyes on the army. That's
Well,
right.
you don't have the most eyes because they are being protected by like magical means.
There's another question. Do we know the source of the means? Is it just Cershyu dabbles in magic, or is it somebody else's influence?
It does appear to be somebody else's influence. You can learn.
Interesting.
Because there are a couple of sorcerers there that are doing something to make it really hard to spy on them.
Oh, okay. She's just got mages in her army, which actually that makes a lot of sense. I would hope she does. Not for us, but just like if she has a decent army, I would hope there's magic users in it.
That's a major problem for us.
Hey, I was for a minute thinking like she really was teaming up with Dimple. I'm like, oh, well, hold on. Let's readjust. But no, that makes a lot of sense. Okay. So we know she's got sorcerers and they are obscuring her, so we have to deal with a very literal fog of war instead of like the more figurative one. Her disrupting her generals in some way is a good way to handle the army in general. It could cause disruptions and general chaos and lose the structure. For the living half, handling the necklace is going to be probably the best way to handle the ghosts, and either stalling the army or at least distracting its primary commander is probably going to be through the trial by combat anybody else thinking of anything else or disagree with any of those points I have made?
Just want me to commit a theft?
Yes, you're on necklace duty.
Perfect. I'm on necklace and fighting. I mean, technically, if I take the necklace, does that if that necklace controls the dead too? Couldn't we just turn her army against her?
Should probably just get rid of it. I don't think we'll
Because if you
need an
destroy
army to
it,
get rid of them.
if you destroy it, all the ghosts will return to the underworld.
True,
to.
but if we command them to incapacitate the living part of her army without lethal force, then it could help prevent casualties.
I think if
we
you
could
get
just
rid about
release it.
70% of the army, the rest of the army is just going to give up.
Also,
That's true.
well, now we have to think about the fact that Doan is still around. So if we send all the ghosts back down, well, it's not like he's against using corpses and shit. I'm pretty sure he's not gonna be against like balling up all these ghosts and just firing it at us whenever we get down there.
The ghost cannon!
That is also true. We don't
Yeah.
really know what's happening in the wheel right now, or if
Mhm.
it is turning properly.
Hence why also dying right now is a little bit of a double whammy, because we don't know how fast you go.
Yes,
Mhm,
I mean, if they go back to Doan, we're going to have to go there anyways, and at least they will not be attacking a city if we get rid of them now.
Well, we can see about directing them away for the time being, and then maybe we can. I don't know. Maybe the ghost would. Can anyone commune with a ghost who has been down there? Not mine. Mine doesn't count. She's been hanging on my head for too long. But one that's been down there recently that could maybe tell us if the wheel is working, or can we only talk to ghosts that haven't gone through it yet? I mean, or is it
Well,
risky to talk to ghosts in the first place? Is that going to be like Dewan's going to be like tapping our phones?
I just raised my hand and be like, there is someone who was down there pretty recently-ish that's currently with us.
You?
No, my mom. She's not doing
you're
very good though.
She was kind of in the in-between place though, wasn't she?
She was at home until the end of season 2, and then
Oh,
she got
yeah.
into the in-between place. So I don't know how much time passed, but like that's as recent as we can get.
And Dewan has been on murder mode since before she left or died, I guess.
Yeah, we can ask her if she knows anything.
I think that would be a valuable source of information that could potentially answer some of our
Yeah.
questions and fears about the ghosts and would help us best figure out how to deal with them.
I would also unlock some trauma, so that's a maybe from me. We'll see if we can get
I
the
also
influence.
low-key can talk to the ghosts.
I knew it. You're so smart, babe.
Yeah, it's going to take me a couple days though, to recuperate and prepare myself for those kind of spells. I also have to figure out which ones would be more helpful, because I can just casually also bring about a bunch of ghosts and make them relive their last moments. But I can figure shit out that way. But it also hurts me in the end. So
no.
yeah, I'm so glad we figured out all that Obara shit before, because we didn't, casually planning. But that should decide. I think I know a few things. I think.
Well, maybe we should see if Amidas is interested in talking about that. And if she is, then we'll start with her. And if there's nothing useful there, we can see what you have up your sleeve, other than your beautiful arms. And if none of that's helpful, then we'll just wing it when we get to the ghosts. Not to say that your spells aren't helpful. They're always helpful.
No, it's totally fine. I would still need a couple days before I could do it anyways.
Yeah. Then I think, unless anyone else has anything they want to add or subtract from this tacticking war meeting, should we discuss getting to Vlagos? And earlier sounds better than later. But also, I know our primary method is you, BBs, but you are probably very tired. And I
I
think
can do it.
your mom is also
Ow.
very tired.
Yeah, I was
I
about to
can
say.
also do it. It'd be easier on you. You would not use a spell slot.
But it'd be easier on you because when you use too much, you float to the stratosphere.
I have people to keep me down on Earth.
Oh? Are you referencing your
No,
husband?
we didn't see anything. But just put both my arms up and stand on my tippy toes to put my hands over Denise's entire fucking face.
So you kind of have a way forward at this point. So you're going to go talk to Amidas.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Mom. We're gonna reawaken trauma in you really quickly for some info.
If she's not up for it, we don't have to.
Yeah.
So you find that Amidas is currently hanging out in the guard barracks in the training ring.
Oh my god, she's fighting. I hope.
She is.
Oh, is she
She
winning
is.
though?
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's an interesting moment, like when you like open up the door, because this place has kind of turned into a slightly bit of we'll call it a fighting ring.
Did she start an underground gambling fighting ring?
Bro,
You
my
might not
sister
have
did.
started it.
I was gonna say my sister had one. I think she just got invited.
Yeah.
Might have
Yeah.
introduced money into it, and now they have a gambling system.
Well, and Amidas is a famous adventurer. People would pay to see her fight.
Yeah. Oh my god.
So you watch as you do this, and the people are crowding around the pit. You watch money being exchanged, and as people are placing their bets, and you see Midas in the ring. She has a rapier in one hand, and facing off against this guard, and you watch as she deftly, with pinpoint attacks, is able to hit this guard all in the very specific places that if you stab someone with a rapier, a point where it's he'll recover, he'll be fine, but stabbed a rapier in this part, it kind of just makes his arm let go, and then one to the leg, and then it's the point where he's down on the ground, and he's just and she sort of gently taps him on the head with the rapier.
My mom is so cool. Out of character, she's so cool. Wait, who else came? Is it just me, or did everyone come?
Everyone?
Nice. We're all just watching. I'm just gonna look at my group and be like, yeah, she's terrifying. She's the best.
I see what Tamsin sees now.
Oh! I give Jordan a look.
Joanna just smiles back.
One eye open when you sleep.
After the guard has officially surrendered, she helps him up and over to where there's a medic, and the medic sort of just hands him a nice little health potion. He drinks it. He is back up on his feet.
Call an ambulance, but not for me.
And she sees you all sort of standing by the pit, and kind of just as much as I would like to continue this very lucrative venture, I do need to stop for today. But don't worry, I'll be back. I don't think I'm going anywhere anytime soon. There's a little bit of groaning of come on, it was just getting good. She just goes, I'll be back. We will continue this. Maybe I can even fight the guard captain this time.
Isn't that Estrella's sister?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh boy! Fight!
And comes out of the ring as she grabs this sort of jug of water and just starts chugging it down. She's apparently done several of these fights already.
Oh my god, you are kicking ass.
I gotta stay in shape somehow.
Yeah, if we didn't have god stuff to do, I would ask to fight you too, but we have things to do.
Things to do, and we'll have time later.
Always. I look very determined for a second, just like, oh, we do have some questions for you about some stuff from your past.
Oh,
If it's okay, you don't have to answer any of it. We just
no, it's fine. Step into my office. She gestures at this kind of like table over in a corner.
you have an
we
office
can-
now, fancy.
Yeah, it's just I kind of was hanging out, watching the fights, and then they recognized me, and asked me if I wanted to fight. So here we are.
It's so weird that you're famous. I'm gonna just go to this scene.
Sits down, and she kind of like waves over somebody with some food and drink, and just says, "Help yourself. I know I've worked up an appetite."
I will take whatever doesn't have vegetables in it at the moment, subtly, and then start talking so no one can call me out on it. We're going to be dealing with Cershyu next, and as you know, she has a bit of a ghost army. We were talking about what to do with the spirits once we get what controls them, but we don't know what the state of the underworld is right now, if it's even safe to send all those ghosts back. If it's still closed off or what. So what do you happen to know about that right now? For at least what you were there for? Nom nom nom.
It's hard to say. You know, I wasn't really let to explore freely. So my knowledge on things may not be the most. But there was a time, shortly after he did what he did, where I was trying to make my way out. I made a deal with the ferryman. I promised him that if he got me out, at least to Limbo, I would do my best to reunite him with someone. He did get me to Limbo. That's where I found you. I didn't realize you'd be there. So there are things changing, and as far as I know, the only way in or out of the underworld is through the river Styx. That's the only route he cannot close off. And as far as I know, souls are not leaving. The wheel is not spinning.
This isn't necessarily related to what we're asking you about, but who did you have to reunite him with?
As someone that he came down there to find. And he made the deal with Dawn years ago that if he served as the ferryman, he'd be reunited.
Ferryman Lord.
Yay!
Get.
Don't make fun of us, but that's gay.
It's Orpheus. Orpheus is the ferryman. Anyway.
Wait, is it actually? Is that like actual Greek lore?
Oh, I don't know. I just made that up because I thought it sounded cool. And
Okay.
because Aubrey just saw Hades Town, so I am just throwing that nugget her way.
Okay. Do you know who this person was, or is it just vibes?
I got vibes. Unfortunately, he has been He can't really talk. It's another thing Doan took from him. He stole his voice.
The person that the ferryman wants to be reunited with, if he made a deal with Doan, does that mean that they're dead?
Yes.
And Doan still has not made good? This is not surprising. I'm just clarifying.
No, he is not. He needed someone to ferry the souls to and from.
Man does not know how to use rotating staff and shift work.
I doubt this guy even has dental.
They don't even have dental.
Yeah. So what were the vibes?
Vibes. I know that he's trapped in something in the palace. I wasn't able to find it, unfortunately.
In something?
Yes. I'm honestly unsure of what the item is, but I think it is something that Dawn keeps in his vault.
Well, that sounds like a fun thing to add to our list once we pop down there for a fight.
Okay. One thing you said. Okay. Oh, do you know where the line kept the voice, or is it just like whoop? Because I mean, I can do that too. So in theory, I wonder if I can just take someone else's voice, put it in him, make him talk for a bit, and take it back out and put it to someone else.
It's a possibility. I think Dawn kept the voice stored in a flask that he kept on his person most times.
This is the weirdest rendition of the Little Mermaid.
I was just thinking that,
Does the ferryman also speak, does the ferryman know sign language?
Yes, he does.
I give Meryl a high five.
Yeah!
In fact, I give Meryl several high fives because we've
At
been...
Marrow, who do you
Sign-
think taught you sign language?
Yeah!
Meryl forgetting
Wait.
one specific fact until right then.
To be fair, you guys cut out for like a solid minute, and I was like, what the hell is happening?
It's okay, it was just Meryl thinking.
Yeah.
Marrow thinking, zoning out in the entire conversation. He's like, right, that's what you taught. Midas taught every single language to Marrow, which is 3 of them. One of them is common.
And the ferryman taught you sign language.
Accidentally, through coincidences.
Okay, but is it not adorable to picture little tiny Marrow, like little bitty child Marrow, and then like this big, scary looking ferryman just being like A, B, C, but with signs?
Obviously,
it's
this
really
be
cute.
canon because it's really cute.
Yes, that's what I said. I said, Marrow, who do you think taught you sign language?
I thought you were referring to my mom. Okay.
No, I was saying the
never mind.
ferryman. Ferryman speaks sign language. You would know a little bit about the ferryman. Ferryman can play beautiful. Like he does have like a harp. He can play very well, but he just doesn't have a voice anymore.
I didn't realize I knew him so well. I feel bad about threatening to punch him for my mom. You know what? No, that was just a moment of passion because I was very worried about Midas. I would not
In theory,
actually.
we would have had to have fought them anyways. It's okay.
Don't worry about it. It doesn't seem like they're actually on Doan's side. It's like, the Little Mermaid, the Little Death Maid.
Little Death Maid.
More things. I have more questions.
Mhm.
Does Limbo count as its own separate plane?
Yes, it does.
Okay, best question. If I wait a few more days again, I can either no, I won't go to that yet. I will ask another question. does the ferryman count as like a undead?
Theoretically, yes.
Okay, 2 things I can do after a couple days of extra rest. I can try to just fucking summon him. Or we can jump planes, go over there, talk to him for a bit, and then jump out.
I'm inclined towards the first one because it seems the safest, but
Yes,
both are very rad.
The first one I was going to take anyways to see if I could summon something that can speak to us to talk about what's going on, down under. But if we wanted to do the ferryman, I'm not sure, mechanically speaking, not sure what level the ferryman is, but I can do most things.
Maybe if I help and ask really nicely, we can summon the fairy. We ask the ferryman really. I almost asked what the ferryman's pronouns were. I assume they might be he, him.
Yes.
Okay.
The title.
It's a title, but yes, the ferryman is he, him pronouns.
Okay, perfect. I could just
His name
ask
is
him
Karen,
very
right?
nicely.
Sorry. Keep going.
That's okay. I could help by asking very nicely and we could summon. But correct me if I'm wrong, because this piece of information is in my brain, but I don't remember if it was like actually a fact. But isn't it like hard or not really possible to get to the boneyard with magic or transporting? Like limbo is not boneyard. Limbo is just kind of like a place that you're stuck in. You can't really like go in and out super easily.
It's not easy, but it may be your only option. So the best way to describe how limbo is set up. So if you think of rooms in a house, one room is Cyrene, the other room is the underworld. The wall that separates them is limbo.
Sledgehammer. Got it.
I mean, that would work.
Oh my
but
god,
yes.
he's in the walls!
He's Bruno.
But yes, it is kind of the idea of it is what separates the two, and you theoretically have to pass through it to through a door to get to the other. And this door happens to be the river Styx.
This is a really good metaphor for me. Thank you.
You're welcome. And as far as you know, it's just the ferryman. You don't know if he has a name or not.
Gotcha. I thought during the Amidus fight we had found out his name, but I could be wrong.
I think Joanna might have called him Chiron, but
because Joanna lore. I mean Earth lore.
Earth lore, but
all
may
of
not be
Earth
the
lore
same
is
name.
Joanna lore now.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Joanna should just have an Earth lore. But yeah, Australia, if you're able to summon him, we could definitely is it like permanent summoning? Summering?
No. Oh no. It is like a minute maybe.
We borrow him for like a minute.
Unless that weird thing that happened with Kratos happens again, which I hope it doesn't.
That seemed more like a brotherly glitch.
Which reminds me, later today I'm gonna go like at a different point in the castle, and then I'm gonna try and summon another one of my siblings slightly to the left towards the pool to see if it works.
Funny feet up.
Then I have a running start. But I also mostly just want to see like, oh, how does this work? Because I only did it once. And that guy stayed with us for a while. Not complaining about that though.
No, it was nice to see him.
And he's standing like right over there. It's like, I'm right here.
And it's always nice to see you. I don't know what you want. I thought we were buddies.
Do you have any other questions for Amidus?
No, but I have a question for Aubrey.
Sure.
It would be like, so animate dead, heightened wise. I believe I can only heighten it to 8th right now, which means I can only summon like a whatever is under level 11. And so I need to ask you if we could homebrew the ferryman, and if so, where would they fall under? Because that is important. To see if I can even attempt this.
Yeah, I have homebrewed the ferryman. Technically, he's higher level than that, but
That's unfortunate.
I would probably allow it.
If I blow all of my spell slots.
If you use the highest level spell slot, I'd say you can probably summon him. It'll only be for like that 1 minute.
True. I will say though, the fact that the ferryman is stronger than the zombie dragon is pretty fun. Oh, but like next level or something like that, I could give Joanna a real blast in from the past. I could really dig up some Joanna drama. I can summon La Llorona. So
how dare you? You don't even know what La Llorona is.
Exactly, it's a full fucking thing. I just need you to know. I can do it.
That's just right. I heard this weird legend, Joanna. What?
Yeah, have you ever heard of this like vengeful spirit, usually like a tragic woman that I told you it's the whole thing, and then if you go to animate dead, it's at level 12 undead. And I can summon.
Oh my god.
A pop-up appears. Joanna has unlocked PTSD.
Achievement unlocked, trauma.
You know, isn't it so fucking specific?
Joanna has left the party.
Of course, it's from the Book of the Dead. No, that makes sense. Book of the Dead is like heavily like South America and Mexico inspired. Okay. What the fuck?
I know, but
She's got really cool stuff though.
Wait till you see all the bar and stuff that I could. So I could probably. No, I couldn't. But like, could you imagine if just like casually one day we actually summoned the fucking Nox light? Either just casually. Oops. You didn't even have to think about you. It just happened.
Oops.
Took him away from one snack to another.
Wait.
Estrella is a full course fucking meal. So I mean.
That's fair.
That's true. She's not a snack, she's a banquet.
Thank you. But yeah, just I thought I saw that. I'm dying. I could have Joanna. You sure you have amnesia, bitch? Like just can you imagine?
I can't believe you've done this.
I think that's everything we need to ask. If you want to continue your lucrative business, you can do that.
I mean, I think I'll take a break for today, but yeah, well, just be careful, you know? And if you do summon the ferryman, let him know. I'm still holding true to my promise. I will reunite him in his love.
I'm also invested. I'm gonna help. Now that I know, I'm going to help.
Me three.
Yeah. I feel obligated as part of my godly duties. I have to do it.
The gays, after hearing a gay love story, we gotta help, man.
No, but it's kind of funny that I keep forgetting Dumisa is technically the goddess of love right now. She really is obligated, huh?
I'm a little obligated. But I mean, I'd do it for free.
That's technically my weird uncle, so I have to help him out.
Yeah. Well, So you're going to probably spend a few days recovering after this, and also question you have a ton of money. Are there any upgrades you need to make to your gear?
The answer is probably yes, but I haven't looked at everything recently, and it's quite a bit to look at, so I will just let you know after, if that's okay.
Yeah, no, it's fair. Is one of those things we can do off camera. Not that we do this on
Aubrey
camera.
edits it in like tick bot bracers of speed. Tick bot bracers of speed. There's like 17 pop-ups for the same item. I need
Misa
max
brought
speed.
3 donuts.
I was about to panic because I couldn't find any of my like equipment or my armor. I'm like, where did it go? It's because I was looking at the wrong character sheet.
Yeah.
I rebuilt Demisa from the ground up, so I have 2 character sheets because that was easier for me.
See, you've got like 5.5 thousand gold right now.
Woo!
You could go up to weapon potency 3 if you don't already have it.
I don't know what that means.
That's
Go to plus
very
3.
strong.
So, like, would it say what your bonus is on your armor? Would it be like a plus 3 AC bonus? Or is that like a plus something else AC bonus?
It'd be your be under. Yeah, Arvandil only has a plus 2 weapon potency.
Oh, well, that's my sword.
Mhm.
Oh, okay, I see the potency rune now. On my armor. So I have a plus 2 on my armor. Okay.
Yeah, that's the thing we can decide. So you're gonna spend a few days before attempting this ritual to summon, or not ritual, but spell to summon the ferryman to interrogate about what's going on in the underworld.
Mm-hmm.
Politely ask.
Do we want to move to Blagos before we do that? Just in case the army moves fast.
Couldn't hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Or do we want to stay here because Kreza has better stores?
Has better what?
Stores?
Oh no. I'm sorry, you have to see your ex and tell her that you're engaged again.
And that's gonna have to happen anyway. Maybe she's also engaged. I don't know her life.
Good for her.
So, yeah. Well, I mean, that seems like a pretty, so I guess the question is, are you going to move this to Vlagos, or are you going to stay in Cressa for the time being and maybe go in a few days?
I'm on the Vlagos side just in case it launches a surprise attack, that we can at least do what we can with what we have.
Sorry, I was doing spell stuff, but I can do that later. I am also Team Vlagos, though we also have to bring Tethweir with us because Tethweir wants to also fight their mom.
Yeah. Is that going to be one too many for Peria to transport, and they have to like fly
Peria would be
themselves?
fine.
Or, okay.
So yeah, we will end this episode with you all standing there ready to leave with all of your stuff. Final hugs. Goodbyes for now. You'll be back soon. Everything will be fine.
Promise my mom I'm not going to die again.
So you do that. Kyria opens up the shimmering night sky, and you all step through into Vlagos, and that does seem like a pretty good place to end it for now.
Oh boy, that's my cue. Well, thank you very much, everyone, for listening to another wonderful episode of Goblins and Gays. If you like what we do here, feel free to follow us on Twitter at Goblins and Gays for all sorts of amazing content. Support us on Patreon so we can keep doing what you guys love. Stay safe, eat your vegetables, and say hi to your weird uncles.
Exactly. We'll see you next time.
Fuck you, Craig.
Yeah.
Hey everybody, Aubrey here with a fun little announcement. Goblets and Gaze is now an affiliate over at Adventure Dice, and we know how much we all love those math rocks. So if you need some new math rocks in your life, go over to adventuredice.ca and in the checkout code, enter our promo code GOBLETS for 10% off. But also, they have dice. They have other TTRPG accessories and tabletop goodies, dice trays, condition rings, and things like that, little spell casting stuff. Great stuff there. Go check them out and support our show. Thank you.
Be gay. Roll dice.
An LGBTQIA actual play podcast network.